the Israelites are black people. My brother, you got the dreads or the braids. Did you know that everybody in this Bible looked like you? Christ looked like you. The prophets of old looked like you. This is our lost heritage, but you haven't been taught that from these churches. You have not been taught the Bible the right way. Most people don't even know during the Dark Ages, they had Israelites living in England. Matter of fact, the person who authorized this Bible to be written in English was a black man named King James. You understand that? Read that.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2.
Listen to this real quick.
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black.
They are what?
They are black.
The Israelites, the Jews are black. Hold on, one more. Song of Solomon 1 and 5. I want to show you that you are in this book. This is your heritage, brother. And you see all across this nation in the world, the Israelites are waking up to their true nationality. That's what we're trying to restore to our people, their nationality. Because with your true nationality comes a culture, comes a history. Your history dates back thousands of years, over 5,000 years. It has been written and recorded. This is your history book, my brother. Read that.
It's the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5. I am black.
I am what?
I am black. But comely.
But comely means handsome. You know, we're black and I'm beautiful. That's right here. Read it again.
I am black, but comely.
I am black, but comely. This is one of your forefathers, brother. Hey, is your father from a so-called African American? That means, brother, that you from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
You are from the tribe of Judah. Do you wonder why we were discontinued from our knowledge from this? It was prophesied that we would be discontinued from the knowledge of who we are. Give me that Jeremiah 17 and 4. The Bible foretold that we would forget who we are. And I'm gonna tell you, if you hold on, I'm gonna tell you why. This is the Lord's holy Sabbath, so make some time. When I'm giving you the information can save your soul, brother. Read this.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Listen carefully.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
So why do we change our names? When we first came over here, we were called niggers, right? Next thing you know, we were called Negroes, right? Blacks, Afro-Americans, Negroes. Now we're called African Americans. That just came about probably in the last 10 years. We started calling ourselves African Americans, or maybe 15 years now. We have lost who we are. Most of us don't know where we come from. All they have taught us in school is that we were just brought over here as slaves. Finish reading that, then I want to show you what the Bible says what would happen to us. It prophesied thousands of years how we would end up over here on this continent, telling us what would happen if we broke God's laws. Read that.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
So what are we over here today doing? Serving our enemies. We don't own nothing, and that's a curse. And you know what? Black people have been under a curse. We've been under a curse. That's why we're in poverty, right? That's why we don't have no economic power, right? We don't own, we come everywhere we go. These are part of the curses, and we're gonna show you. History that's in the Bible. Deuteronomy 28:15. Read
the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Come on.
But it shall come to pass,
go ahead.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So God gave his chosen people laws, statutes, and commandments. His chosen people laws, statutes, and commandments to keep. What's your name, bro? Jay. I'm Hezekiyah, man. It's a pleasure to meet you, brother. So he gave his people, us, laws to keep. But what happened is we broke that law. And God said, if you keep these laws, you're going to be blessed. You're going to rule the world. You're going to be on top. That was my original intention for you, is to be a king, to rule the earth in righteousness, right? But you know what? We love to sin more than we wanted to keep God's laws. And this is part of the deal if we broke the commandment. Read it again from the top. Now listen to that.
But it shall come to pass.
It will surely come to pass. Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
That if we won't listen to the voice of the Lord our God and keep his commandments.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these curses would come upon us as a nation. Why haven't we been able to pull ourselves up? The so-called Hispanic man, he's one of the 12 tribes of Israel. The so-called Native Americans, they are the children of Israel as well. They're from the tribe of Gad. My brother, you probably from the tribe of Zebulun or the tribe of Issachar. He's a child of God. He's an Israelite. And so what we're trying to tell our people is, this is what happened to us. If we didn't keep the commandments, then this was going to happen. That showed slavery, enslaved ships, prophesied to happen. God said, I'm going to send your behinds in slavery again. And mind you, we just got out of Egypt at this time when this was written. You know, you ever heard the story about Moses? Let my people go. They were enslaved for 400 years in the land of Egypt. Okay, 3 days walking journey from the motherland, Israel. That's our homeland. That's our homeland. All right. Give me Deuteronomy 28:68. Because now we're going to show you how we were sold on auction blocks and slave ships. Go ahead, give me 68.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68.
Come on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord said he's going to bring us again on slave ships. Read it again from the top.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With ships. With ships. That's how we got over here, right? On boats, cargo slave ships. Look here. Thank you. Look at these cargo slave ships right here. That's how we got here. Read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
This was prophesied. Who else did this happen to in the world? Who else do you know went on slave ships? Who other people's history do you know that went on slave ships? We, the so-called black man. Did you know, guess what? The so-called Hispanic man, when 1492, they went into slavery before we did. They were taken to Spain on slave ships. They fit these curses. But we, you know, we got records of us being sold. It's called the transatlantic slave ship. They don't want you to know about this now. They call this CRT. All right, so read on. I want you to finish listening to this.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And
go ahead.
And there ye shall be sold.
You shall be what?
Sold unto your enemies.
Look at this right here. They got us on auction blocks. Ye shall be sold to your enemies. The so-called white man is not your friend. He is your enemy. Who is oppressing us today? Why do they have the police still shooting us down and killing us, gunning us down? Because they're not your friend, all right? The so-called white man is known as Esau. That's his biblical name. Read on.
For bondmen.
For bondmen, slave men.
And bondwomen.
And slave women. We were both, the black man and the black woman, were sold into slavery together.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.